So I'll start with my introduction also. So my name is Pankaj Sharma. I think it's been 12 years that I'm teaching. In programming I have done my BCA in 2010, from 2007 to 2010, from Jaipur. So I'm from Jaipur, Rajasthan, and after doing in 2010, so I have worked with NIT also as a teacher, a trainer into Java, advanced Java, and I think 2009 I was Microsoft certified programmer and Sun certified Java programmer. As that time there was a Sun, not Oracle, and after that I have done my major career into marketing and IT only. So I have done my MBA in 11 to 13 year pass out. I'm 2013 year pass out in MBA also. uh, After that I have worked in total companies like 4 to 5, that is like Godfrey Phillips India Limited, Whirlpool, ICICI, Ola, and Indian Oil for a while as a IT trainee, uh, from very starting. So I started learning programming in 2006, I think, when I passed my 12th class. So after my 12th standard, I started my career into programming. So I started with C++, then Java, and then .NET and all those things learning. So I have learned programming for 4 to 5 years in that time. Then it becomes a what to say, ongoing journey and ongoing learning for me. Uh, so yeah, that was all about me, the overall experience of marketing and IT. And my favorite topic is Java always, because I sun certified programmer, and more than that, Java is a language that uh, more you know what to say, conceptual language and following OOPS that time. So Java is one of the pure object oriented programming languages. So we started with C. C was not object oriented programming. C++ was little bit, and Java was a pure object oriented programming in that time. And after that, Java never went away. So Java was always there. Yeah, so that's all for my side. And after that, I started different things at a different time places. So let me go through you what we have done till now. So we have already created a company into grocery delivery, so where we used to deliver groceries through only applications also. So if you heard the companies like Milk Basket, or what to say, Super Daily, right, or maybe Country Delight. So these are the companies that following these kind of applications, where you can find the similar level of applications on Google Play, on and iOS also both. And we have created, our student created few projects for the property uh, owners, and their nearby areas where our student has created these things. So yeah, that's what we do into Skills 101. So around 1.5 year back, we used to teach mainly offline, because I have different things also as a company. So I have to focus on marketing also, and I have to plan what's next also. So yeah, this was the initial ideas over there. uh, Let me rephrase this. Stop presenting to entire screen. So yeah, um, so we have created you know application for the grocery delivery, and our student has created you know the live projects for the property upload and property developers kind of role, where they can upload their property and organize their property according to their what to say, price points and city wise. And these kind of application we have built through. So yeah, this is all about myself and Skills 101, that what we do at Skills 101. Uh, yeah. So any questions regarding what we do, or how we do it, or regarding this course, do you have any query? So I think you all the people who have after booking you have come also to take the class. So what is your expectation from this class? So can I know few expectations if you can put it in chat box? Okay. So these webinar or these workshop, 2 days workshop that we have planned, our target to teach you basic Java, uh, and how to use. If you know basic Java, then how to create basic programs and basic websites also. So yeah, matlab, in this is 7 to 8 hour workshop that we are targeting. So initial 1 hour we will be focusing more on object oriented programming and base principle of object oriented programming, where we teach classes, objects, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, right, on multi-threading and all those things. So this was the initial basics. The people who know zero about programming, so we will cover up them also, and after covering up them, we will focus on little bit advanced part like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, because in programming world, you code for the back end, and whatever you see is in the front end part, right? So if you look at this part, this is a front end part for a web application or a website, and website also divided into two major parts, that is static website and dynamic website. So we will go through those things also, how to create a website, how to host your own websites in future also, and after that we will focusing more, okay, ki how to you can use client side framework and backend development with Java again. So our basic core languages will be Java, where we will teach you how to program, how to create basic programs on console, how to create GUI applications like calculator, notepad, and all those things. And third will be how to creating websites, or how to creating web application through Java like servlet, JSP, and we will be like, give me 1 second, so I'll open that also. Yeah. So yeah, using these servlet and JSP to create backend framework also, and how to use JDBC with MySQL or other databases, just to create a database management system. And last we will give you few examples or few projects ideas that you can create for yourself. If you find any issue to creation, you can take our help. Yeah. So that was the basic idea of this course. uh, yeah. So I hope I have cleared your basic idea कि okay what we are going to do. Yeah. So for Java you should install JDK basically. So Java development kit, and if you have IDE also, that will be good. If you don't have IDE, that will also okay. So we'll explain you that. So first, JDK download. So you all should have JDK download Java Standard Edition. So the core Java part will be known as a Java Standard Edition, and advanced Java part will be known as the Enterprise Edition, EE, JEE and JSC. So you can find JDK different. So oh, sorry. Yeah. So sorry. The Wi-Fi got restarted. the internet issue, the Wi-Fi. Yeah, yeah. I hope now screen is visible to everyone, and I am also visible, and my voice is clear to you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, you can go and you can download from Oracle. So let's first go through few things, then we will discuss few more things. So yeah, that was the initial idea, and you can anytime unmute yourself. It is not some webinar where you can't unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself anytime. You can discuss, because I love to have a class where we have an discussion, question answer or interactions, because I don't like to talk to camera continuously. So yeah, you can anytime unmute yourself, ask your questions, your queries, what you are facing issue, and what is your expectation also. So yeah, let's start over here. Yeah, matlab, this course will be having a basic participation certification, and we will teach you how to use, uh, you know, run Java programs through Notepad and console normal, Eclipse, IntelliJ, NetBeans, and now VS Code also, because a lot of people using VS Code. uh, and we will be more focusing on to these 4 to 5 ideas कि okay, from programming languages to front end development. In front end development we will be focusing on HTML, CSS and JSS, Java scripting, and back end development we use servlet, JSP and JDBC. That will be more into Java part. So let's discuss what is Java. So Java is one of the oldest language right now. Uh, it's you know created development into 1990s, and first time release was 1995. And Java was name given by their what to say, uh, programmer, uh, because they were programming in a lab where there is a window, and there was a oak tree outside their window. That was a coffee tree, I think, and that's why it was named as Java. In 2010, Java was bought by Oracle. Java was initially part of Sun Microsystem, and now it is part of Oracle. Uh, you know, Java, why, a lot of people started to shift on Java in first place. So when there was a development in 90s or 2000, there was an two three kind of languages that was majorly used. C, C++ majorly used to develop programs and all those things. So Java created platform independence. So you can create a program that can work on MacBook, that can work on Windows, and that can work on Linux. So yeah, Java was created platform independence through their Java virtual machines. Uh, how they used to do it. If you understand operating system well, Windows need .exe file to execute, right? So what Java did. Java said ki okay, we will not going to compile directly and execute the program into exe file. So what we do, we will create 2 3 layers into a program. So what Java did, कि okay, initially if you code into Java language, Java compiler. So what is a compiler? Compiler is a program that create or specific syntax, pick the specific syntax and compile them into a machine languages. That was the work of initial compiler. But Java compiler, what they did, ki okay, we will compile it into a class file or bytecode. So bytecode will not be 100% machine code or not be 100% Java code. It is a mix of those two. It is in between machine code and Java code. So bytecode will be required JVM to execute. Now what JVM do? JVM convert this bytecode into machine code and help them execute in every machinery. Okay, so you can write a same code in C++. You can execute on Windows, but the same code is not going to be executed on Mac OS or Linux. But yeah, Java provided that freedom. कि okay, you can create a same code and you can execute them on any machine that have the JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine. So yeah, overview of object-oriented programming. We need few things before that. So I'll explain you how to create a basic program. So how many of you know how to run a program in Java? Okay, on BlueJ. Anyone else? Okay, that's the best thing in initial days on VS Code. Okay, great. So you all know. I'll start the same. I love to start with Notepad and CMD because that's how we got learned from our teachers. So if you really want to check okay Java is installed or not, what you can do, first type javac. So if you'll get that much code, it means JDK is there and installed over there, and Java. These are the two commands that we should check it into command prompt कि okay Java is installed and path is there. If it is not installed, go to Oracle, install the Java development kit, according to your operating system, Linux, Mac OS, Windows, and according to your 64-bit and all those things. And after installation, you can check it on your DOS. It will be working. If it was not working, then you can go and check the path variable on your PC. So on your PC, you can go and check in advanced settings if anyone is facing issues into it. So in advanced system setting, go set and check in environment variables. So in environment variables, you will find a path or Java home, right? So you have to set two paths, Java home into system variables or path into user variables. If you set this one also, it will be working. So path will be, the variable name will be Java underscore home, and variable will be JDK and the folder of bin. And you will find this folder in your program files. In your program files, you can find it, uh, Java folder. There will be different JDK if you install multiple JDK. So in JDK part, you can go on bin. So we need this path to be copied and pasted over there, so that your PC will be knowing okay what Java and Javac will be used for, right? Uh, After that, again check with that this only. Now, how to execute first program? Let's say in every, I'll say कि okay, if you are starting zero, मतलब there are different students who are already knowing that. So if you are running for the first time, what you can do, uh, we will be running a simple program of hello world that everyone will talk about in Java. So initially you can do a name of class. Class name will be some meaningful for yourself. You are developing into a big way. So initially you can name anything, but otherwise class name should be related to some real example. कि okay, you know, so we can take it first example, first example, and the initial part will be public static void main, and string, you can write your name, but you can use args also. So this will be a command line argument. So public static void main will be starting point where program will be get executed, and you can write system.out.println and hello world and semicolon to end the line. So this is a basic program where we are creating a class, and through public static void main we are trying to write hello world in program. So you can go and you can So when you are saving the name into Notepad, make sure the name of file should be same as the class that is having the public static void main, the main class, right? And write .java, not .txt. So first example, the same name as the class, first example .java, and save it into the folder. Now, you can directly open your command prompt over there, or you can directly move over there Java 22 through command prompt, and you can directly open it over there also. So now for compile Java C and the file name. So if it will be running without any, what to say, error, it will show you nothing. It means the compilation is successful. Now if you try to execute it, you don't need .java while executing, because we execute through uh, you know class name, and we compile it through file name. So that's how we do it. So when you are compiling, you should compile it through file name, and when you are executing it, execution should be doing through class name. So that is why we are giving it same, so that you will be not going to create issues over there. So when we'll try to execute it, hello world is the example. Now let's go over there and see. So over there we got two files. One is Java files that we have saved. It will be same simple Java file that is having the code, class, first name, and everything that we are done. And when we'll compile it, if compilation was successful, so we'll just remove it over here. Now I'll show you that is also. So if you will try to compile it and there are some error in the file, so let's say put some error. So we will remove this semicolon part, so that there will be some error. Uh, so when there is an error and we'll try to compile it, it will show us कि okay, there is an error, semicolon expected over there in the last part of this line, right? So there is no class file created. So when we try to compile a program, the class file is created when only the program is successfully compiled without any error. So if you again save it, uh, over here we'll try to compile it again. So when we'll compile it, a dot class file will be created, right? So this is the bytecode that we are talking about, and when we'll try to run it, we try to run this class file. So class file will be look like this. There is few things that you can understand. Okay, Java lang object, there is a hello world, there is an println and other different things. But yeah, there are a lot of things that you can't understand because it is an byte code. So it's not 100% Java code and not 100% machine code. That's what we call it, a byte code. Yeah. So I hope till now everyone is clear, and everyone, at least it's showing Java 22 not found. Uh, yeah. So I hope till now how to run a first program is clear into everyone. Uh, or is there any queries till now? Okay, we have found these queries. Can someone confirm, or everyone slept already? It's that much boring. So on running on CMD, its VS Code is opening. Give me 1 second. Hmm. 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 एक बार विशाल को बोल देगा, मैं लैपटॉप पे नहीं था अभी. Hmm. Yeah. So, what was the question? On running on CMD, its VS Code is opening. I'm not able to understand this question. And others also please confirm so that I can know everyone know how to run a program in Java. Otherwise, there will be no useful for this class because it's a live class, it's not recorded one. And if you want recorded one, I think there are a lot of people on YouTube that is, teaching better than me, maybe. But yeah, I'll make sure ki you should know everything by your hand, and you will not only giving a you know uh, overall things. Okay, so yeah, so I'm expecting everyone knows how to run a programming in Java. If you are finding it,
Sir,
yes, King.
sir, can you explain how can I run on VS Code? So because when I am running on CMD, it is automatically opening the code in VS Code by default.
Okay, I think on VS Code I'll check it again. VS Code. So on normally VS Code, I'll go for a web development related thing where HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is working. Uh, so in VS Code, let's check it out. Normally if you're running Java C, it should not open that only. Uh, let's check it out. What's your query? Do you want to run? So VS Code required extension. So if you try to run it over there, it will be checking ki okay there is Java extension is there, debugger for Java. So normally I don't do basic core Java coding in VS Code. uh, I know VS Code is easy for a lot of people, but yeah, I think VS Code is mainly helpful for the what to say, web development related things where you use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And I'm first time trying into VS Code. So you can install other than VS Code. There will be an Eclipse. Eclipse, the same. So Eclipse IDE for Java developer you can use. You can use IntelliJ. So IntelliJ and the highest peak of the Java code you can find on NetBeans. So NetBeans will be your highest point in Java, where you can find all Java related things easily in NetBeans. So yeah, these ID you will be using. So yeah, VS Code will be installing, I think. Yeah, so
Sir, can we do it on BlueJ?
I never used BlueJ, bro. I never used it. You can use again, matlab IDE is just for three things. So integrated development environment stands for three things. One is for debugging, and one is for again console. So initially when there was no proper ID, we used to code into Notepad. So Notepad is used for your debugging and coding, right? And your CMD command prompt is used for the you know compilation and execution. And if there is an error, you have to go back again over here. So it was little bit difficult initially. Yeah, but when IDE came, it can provide you editor over here. And when there is an you will try to run something, source extensions, I think Java extension is installed or not.
Okay, sir, I will run it on BlueJ only.
Okay, yeah, so you can do it anywhere you want, or any thing that is comfortable to you also. Yeah, so yeah, it's platform library and all those things opening up now. We have run it. So now it is picking up the hello world again. It program is executed hello world over here. And if you are pointing
Yes,
out,
sir, it's running on VS Code right now. It's running.
yeah,
I got.
right. So you just need to install VS Code and some extensions and JDK. It will automatically pick the JDK from the files. Okay, C program file Java JDK 19 bin and java.exe. It find out JDK and then executed the program, right? And again, if you will find any error, it will tell you over there also, right? And it will be helpful initially if you try to code. So if you are writing something, it will be providing you ideas कि okay, there is some error. If you put it over there, and now it will be giving you ideas. Okay, system out.println, but this idea you will never going to find on notepad. So notepad, you have to remember everything and you have to practice everything. IDE you will be helpful, like again, if you will go to NetBeans and all those things. So if you like to write with the JSP or maybe some Java file test, and so if you will try to write something, so it will give you outputs, right? So if you write out.println, so if you don't know the whole function also, it will giving you suggestions for the future. So so it is starting to give you error at the same time कि okay, this is not right. If you will tell them कि okay, you need to remove this, so this will providing you a lot of suggestions while you code. This is like 1% more that is helpful to you while coding. But yeah, if you are into a very initial stage in Java or in any coding languages, try to do it yourself, because it will be helpful to think and how to construct the programming into your head. That will be more helpful for yourself. So yeah, do 5-10 programs in Notepad and CMD. So you will got to know कि okay, how error you need to find out and how you can create a better code for yourself. Right now, let's go ahead. So now let's focus on object-oriented programming. So Java depends on this concept called object-oriented principle. And now what is it? Any one of you know what is object-oriented programming? Can someone want to tell? Okay. So object-oriented programming is a methodology that help us to create a modular approach while creating a code. And in that code we you know if you use object-oriented programming, it will be reusability, helpful for reusability, and easy to understand, and easy to debug also, and easy to integrate. If so 1,000 plus people are working on a same code or same program, it will be more easier when you use modular programming and dividing that part, so that you can easily integrate them together. So now object oriented programming is depends on six basic concepts. So those concepts are object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Now object oriented is a real world programming language. So whatever you sees into object oriented programming, it is picked from the real life examples. So you can't think something that is outside the real world, and that is the goal of object oriented programming कि okay, whatever you find into real world, you can convert it into object oriented programming. Now Java, you install Java development kit, and that comes with two things: Java runtime environment and Java virtual machines, so that you can easily debug your program and execute your program. uh, Java is survived through many years because of lot of things, that because of large community and ecosystem. Every company and every programmer wants you know into it Java, because out of I think 10, 3 to 4 programmers knows Java. And a lot of companies use Java, and specifically the people who are at a higher end, or who are using for security purposes, they always use Java. So in current time, you will be seeing a lot of hype about different languages. So when we were learning Java, so there was, I think, in 2009 or 10, it was hyped about PHP, right? So everyone was talking about PHP day and night, कि PHP is the thing, and people will shift everyone thing on PHP. Why? Because in 2009 and 10, Facebook got massively hit, and Facebook was created on PHP, so everyone was discussing that only. Okay, PHP will be the only thing in future maybe, but now, if you look at the market, a lot of people don't even talk about PHP. People talk about Python, Golang, and different other languages. uh, so Java has a huge libraries and ecosystem, where you can find like Java Standard Edition and Java Enterprise Edition. There are communities that is working, and there are framework from like Spring, Hibernate, Maven, right? So these are frameworks in Java, and there are a lot of web server. When we create web services or web application, so Tomcat is there, Glassfish is there. So these are the servers that helps Java and Oracle because of DBMS. So when Oracle bought Java, it created a synergy into the system, because Oracle provides the DBMS, and Java provides the safety of highest safe language that is ever created right now, I think. So if you create a program into PHP and create a program into Java, if you offer these same applications to a banking partner or a banking client, they will always prefer Java, right? Because it provides safety, it provides security to whole programming. 1 in 3 developers use Oracle JDK in production. uh, Java 8 standard edition 8 still in production. 1 in 4 developers use Java 11 right now. I think Java 19 and 21 is here. uh, so Kotlin is also using, and if you look at Java's total perspective, you need time to learn Java, है ना? मतलब Java can't be a overnight thing. So Selenium automation is the thing that is going on right now. So you know, uh, my lot of students are into Japan, in USA and Canada. So in a lot of countries, automation is done through Selenium Java. So yeah, Java's scope is still there. That is a pure programmer of Java. So if you look at a person who have 10-year experience of Java, or maybe 5-year experience of Java, and if you find a guy who has 5-year experience of .NET, or at the same 5 to 10 years platform, Java's programmer will get more package, and what to say, more value in a company also, right? Because learning Java will be little bit tougher than other languages, right? That is why Java, got value if you invest your time. So this is about job market and all those things. If you are doing BTech, MCA, you already know what Java is all about. In interviews, a lot of people come and talking about Python, come and talking about React, right? And still, a lot of people ask Java, right? So this is future career opportunities in different countries and all those things. So Android development was started with Java initially, when there was all the major Android applications. So if you know Flutter, Flutter use Java very rapidly. So creating on app based application, sorry, mobile based application, Android based applications, or iOS based applications. So in Android development or app development, Java is important. uh, Same big data and all those things, so they also use Java. And cloud based development and IoT based applications also use Java properly. IoT based applications also. So yeah, this is the basic overview of Java. कि okay, why Java is still relevant after I think 20-30 years, and why it is still growing after new languages came in, or a lot of people talk about new languages. Still Java is growing. Uh, so object oriented programming is at the core of Java. All programming, computer programming, consists two elements: code and data. And essential element is abstraction, and human manage complexity through abstraction, right? So first let's start what is abstraction. uh, okay, this is also again part of overview. Hello world we have printed. This is bytecode. So let's discuss now object oriented programming properly. Uh, Now, object oriented programming in object means a real world entity such as pen, chair, table, computer, watch, etc. Uh, so, object is a real world example, and on the basis of that, we create a whole methodology. Uh, in object oriented programming, the six things again same. So, let's focus on object. So, an object can be defined as an instance of a class, right? So what is instance? Instance means example of something. So if I'll ask you ki, okay, uh, tell me some objects, how you are going to tell me? So understanding of class and object is very important. uh, Again, class and object is so two important concepts. And creating object with characterized behavior to perform tasks. Okay, great. Anyone else want to share their thoughts about objects or classes? No one else? Please participate. It is not about someone will tell you, and even if you are not comfortable participating or telling in English, you can tell your native language also. So if I'll understand, I'll tell you something also. So object is an instance of class. Okay, right. And uh, okay, now what is class? Okay, class is a blueprint object are created, right? So these two are the basic lines that we use, right? One is class is a blueprint, and second object is an instance, right? So how we do it? So let's go with the example first. I'll explain both examples. So let's discuss first class. So class is collection of object is called class. It's a logical entity and it's a blueprint. So uh, in a similar fashion, if you look at the real world example, if I am creating a site plan, okay, for a 1000 plot or maybe 100 plots, right? So this blueprint is class, right? And the real example through that blueprint is object, and class is a logical entity, and where object is a physical entity, right? So if you create a blueprint of a house on a paper, right? So telling me ki, okay, there will be a 3 BHK and there will be these things over there, and telling me all the public method, private method, and properties of that class ki, okay, this will be having a sofa set, and a TV, a fridge, master bedroom and balcony and everything. But I can't stay in you know a blueprint, right? A person or a real life example will never going to stay in a blueprint. Why? Because uh, you know a real example needs a physical memory, and class is never going to be get a memory in a computer world. So what we do, we create object of that class and object of that classes, right? So when we provide an object, it creates a memory into programming world, provide memory into the system. The moment memory is provided, the variable, the properties, they all got real, and we can access them directly, right? So same, if you look at object, so object is mainly a real world example. So if there is a keyboard is a class, so how we define a keyboard? So keyboard, we define class ki, okay, this will be having a that much size, that will be having a buttons of from A to Z, or numeric buttons also. So we define 2 to 3 properties. So when we defined it, it means nothing, right? Then we will create an example or create an object of those classes. This will be the main thing, right? So if we'll create a class called student, right? So student class will be having 2 to 3 details. Okay, can name of the entity, age, or maybe the class, or maybe the course they have enrolled in. But that class is nothing without the real life examples. So if I tell them ki okay, Pankaj Sharma is a student of student class, right? So because Pankaj Sharma is the object of student class, and Pankaj Sharma is age between 20 or 25, right? And they are doing Java, right? So Pankaj Sharma is object of student class, and uh, you know the class is the combination of lot of, or collection of lot of objects. So like Pankaj Sharma, in a class there will be 50 students or maybe 60 students. So the class will represent all those objects. Same way, if we look at a class called human, right? So in human class, what we define, कि okay, a human has two hands, two legs, two ears, or maybe two eyes, and one nose, one mouth. So these are the basic characteristics, and the functionality also, कि human will walk onto two legs only, right? So human can't walk onto their hands and legs together. They can do at an exceptional cases, but yeah, normally human will perform like this. And the object of those humans are all of us, क्योंकि we all are similar, but yeah, we all are different through our properties, क्योंकि our age will be different, our height will be different, or on the basis of scenario our situation will be different. So that is how we differentiate class and object. So class is a collection of object or a blueprint of objects, and object is a real world example of that blueprint. So again, same thing, class is a blueprint of a flat or a apartment, and the real apartment on the basis of that blueprint is the object of that class. uh, I hope the example is clear to everyone. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now the concepts called encapsulation came in. So what is encapsulation? So what is encapsulation? Can someone tell me? Right, right. And what is abstraction? Okay, right. For encapsulation, all three are right. And what is abstraction? Okay. So, abstraction and encapsulation, they both are, two sides of a same coin, right? So, hiding unnecessary information is called encapsulation, and showing only important information is known as abstraction, right? So, how we define it? So, we define it through an example of a car. So, if a normal customer goes to a car showroom or look at a car, how they look at it. So they got the important information over there, कि okay, what is the mileage of that car, what is the top speed of that car. And if you look at the structure of a car, right, uh, you will find steering wheel, right, only the important functionality that a consumer or maybe user required. So we got a steering wheel, we got the clutch plate, clutch, brake and acceleration into a car, and a gear. Normally the user of a car required these 4 5 basic things, what to say, steering wheel, brake, accelerator and clutch and brake, and a seat to sit over there, right? So they find these things only, right? And maybe from last 100 years or maybe 80 years, we got few more information like what is the mileage, what is the top speed, what is, what to say, tire pressure also you can calculate these days. So you can provide the important information to the user that is required, and you hide unnecessary information, right? So if you look at a car is covered, so you can see the gate, you can see the seat, you can see the steering wheel, you can see all the important things that is required to you, but you can't see other things that is not required to you, but it is very important to run a car. So there is an engine that is covered, right? So there is a chassis that is covered. So there is a lot of tools that is used to run a car, but it is hiding itself into a cover, and it is not available to normal user, right? So that part of hiding unnecessary thing, that is unnecessary things from the user, is called encapsulation, and showing only important things to the user is known abstraction. So these two are two sides of a single coin, right? So that single coin is class, right? So class is an example of abstraction also and encapsulation also. How encapsulation? Let's look at over here. The same. So it's an example of an encapsulation where data member and methods are protected into a class, right? So anyone who is object of a class can access them easily, and one can't access it. A normal user can directly use it also, right? So if I have created, right, so around, I think, I don't remember the date. So Volvo company created thing called seat belt. So there was no seat belt before it, and when Volvo was created it, lot of people was like कि, okay, we don't want to use it, right? But after a certain period of time, everyone is using it into a car, right? So they created the idea and that class of a seat belt or object of a seat belt. Now everyone is using it how you created it. Same. So if you are having some issue when you take a capsule, there are a lot of particle into a capsule, but it is covered into an what to say, plastic wrap or biodegradable wrap, and there are a lot of material into a class that is important, but you don't know the information and you don't want the information. So you just take that capsule, and that will automatically do everything that is required to be done, right? So a Java class is an example of encapsulation. Java Bean is a fully encapsulated class because of all data member are private here, right? So binding or wrapping code and data together into a single unit are known as a encapsulation. For example, capsule, it's wrapped the different medicines and all those things. So yeah, this is the encapsulation. Now abstraction. So hiding internal details and showing functionalities is known as abstraction, right? Showing functionalities and showing important data only. For example, a phone call, we don't know the internal process. We just click on the, what to say, green button or red button to connect or disconnect, but we don't know कि after clicking what is happening over there. So in Java interface, or in Java, we use abstract class and interface to achieve abstraction. So there will be abstract classes or interfaces, uh, you know so if user is using a car, he thinks about driving and their experiences. But people who are created it, they use lot of physics, right? And they use lot of calculation. The acceleration ki, okay, if you put that much pressure in 10 second or in 3 second, this will reach to the 60 speed, right? So that's how they create it, and for user it is just a normal experience कि okay I'll go on a drive with my friends and all those things. And same abstraction versus encapsulation. A lot of people ask you, just look at a camera. So abstraction is zoom in, zoom out, flash on, flash off, autofocus mechanism where you can set a lens, right? But inside that part, so there are a lot of lenses into a camera. There are a lot of gears over there that is hidden into it, and you just click those, few, what to say, buttons, and it will provide you the functionality that is required to you. So that's abstraction and encapsulation in a single class. So yeah, you can find it again. Abstraction is, showing only necessary data. Encapsulation is hiding unnecessary data, and you can use different ways to implement it. Uh, I hope abstraction. Can you say difference? Abstraction. Can you say difference abstraction and encapsulation? Yeah. So difference. You understood difference, Mohan Priya? What is the difference? Well, I hope the difference between encapsulation and abstraction is clear to everyone. And please, in every 5-10 minutes, I'll check it कि okay, everyone is awake or not, or connected or not. Because I'm not asking you to, show your camera, or, you know, at least in 5-10 minutes, make sure कि okay, you tell me something so that I can know कि you are there. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'll check in every 5-10 minutes, because if I'll teach it for 2, 3, or 4 hours, it will be hard for you also and for me also. For you specifically, because I am engaging, I am talking continuously. I may be feeling कि okay, everyone is listening clearly, but maybe you are not that much free. Maybe you are busy with something. You got a call. You got different things. So yeah, stay awake, stay attentive, stay interactive also. So yeah, that was the abstraction and encapsulation. So now look at polymorphism. Uh, so what is a polymorphism? Polymorphism is a Greek word that says many form. The same polymorphism come in one interface, multiple method, right? So like steering wheel, you can find in truck also, in normal car also, or maybe van also. So steering wheel is a single entity, but in every scenario it shows a different form. And same, if I'll took it a real time example, so we are also the example of polymorphism. So maybe your parents calls you with some other name, and you exhibit some different functionalities in front of your parents, where you are, maybe serving them, or maybe helping them with something else. So your for parents you are different, for your brother sister you are different, for your friends you are different, for your teacher maybe you are different, right? And they call you also with different names also, right? So maybe your parents call you with your correct name, your friends call you with some nickname or pet name, your teacher call you with some other name, right? And in every scenario you shows a different behavior. You are not same with everyone, right? So that shows कि okay, we all are polymorphism. you know in object oriented programming we all are polymorphism, example of polymorphism also. So polymorphism is achieved through overloading and overriding in programming world Java. But yeah, as a concept, polymorphism is just showing a different forms at a different situations, right? So that is polymorphism. uh, Understood basic idea of polymorphism? Yeah, Weber more completely right. Like student, college, son at home, passenger in a bus. So we all shows and exhibit the polymorphism into a different situation. Inheritance. So we all again, because it's object oriented programming, the examples are real world example. So we are beneficiary of inheritance, right? And specifically till the time, what to say, we all exhibit the properties of another object, or maybe our parent classes also, right? So what is inheritance? So inheritance is a process which one object acquired the properties of another object, right? So uh, if we give you an example, real life example, so at your home, uh, you know parents property we use, right? So when we are a kid, what we do, so if your parents are using a car or a bike, right, you also like it, you also start using it. We are already using their house also, right? So we are, as an object, using the properties of different object through classes, right? So that is inheritance. And again, in real life also, inheritance is the same thing. If you are born at your home alone, so you will take care of 100% property of your parents. The moment there is one more object younger than you, or maybe one more object elder than you, your property is divided already. So you can't be having 100% property, right? Yeah, that's the same thing. So, and same, matlab, we are the beneficiaries of inheritances. So, you know, that was a basic example of inheritance. And same way, if you look at it, what are the other properties, right? So, if you look at animal class, and in this example, they're showing the animal class also. So, there is a mammal, then reptile, there is a canine, there are feline, and domestic is a retriever, poodle, labrador, golden retriever, and all those things. So what is the common thread? Common thread is animal. So what is the property of animal? Animal eats, animal breathe, maybe in different way, and animal reproduce, animal do basic 4 5 things. Every animal does it, right? And on the basis of that, we started creating the properties. So then we decided ki, okay, there will be um, animal with the four legs, then there is an four leg animal, there will be a dog will be different, then cat will be different. In dog there are different classes, or maybe different what to say characteristics, right? Labrador, golden retrievers, and what not, they are breeding these days. So yeah, this is inheritance, where a class is using the properties from the parent class, or using the property of parent object also, or parent class also. Yeah, so that is inheritance. uh, so I hope inheritance is also clear to everyone. And you don't have to be so much uh, serious into a class. You can ask your questions, you can again, the logic was to create a platform where students can ask their questions easily. It's not a recorded one again, where you come, and I am not your school or college teacher. So don't worry about that also. So you can easily ask your questions, queries, with ease, right? So that was the initial goal, so that all the students who are learning programming at least learn properly, right? Where they don't like, okay, if I'm not able to understand, just listen it and go home and do nothing, and uh, so when I started learning programming, the basic thing that our teacher taught us in those days: do things with your hand. Don't just read out, don't just listen to everyone, do it yourself, right? That's the way you learn it, right? So whatever you are doing, maybe you are learning 10%, maybe you are learning 5%, but do it yourself. So you know if you are sitting at a laptop, you can run programs also, and after completion of this workshop, run the program with your hands. That will give you more confidence and more clarity of these things. So yeah, these are the 6 things that is into object oriented programming, uh, and 6 ideas also. So now we will you know give you a few tricks and few more ideas to run into Java. So how many of you knows till basically planning to start a basic, how to create a variable and how to do if else statement or a basic loop. So in core programming, I am thinking to teach this. So this was my idea to teach you basic variables, literals, if else statements of Java. So how many of you know it? Like, if 100% students knows it, I don't need to repeat it, so that we can directly go into programming. So I think there are 7 8 people who have joined. Please everyone confirm it कि okay you know it, or you know or you want me to repeat it. Okay, so let's go into programming. So okay, so and how many of you are logged in through laptops? So again, okay, so you know we can create a program, or great, great, that's what I wanted. मतलब, people who will join through laptop, at least they are trying to do something. Mobile I can understand. You may be sitting at somewhere, but yeah, if you are learning through mobile, it will be tough for you. Why? I'll explain you. So net now let's understand how much we know programming. So comfortable with the loop. How many of you can create it live? So I can stop sharing and you can create it for others also. Okay, how you are creating it. So King, you can share your screen. We'll love to see how you make it. Or few, matlab, we will do 3 4 different pattern printing, and every pattern can be created by different person. So yeah, King, you can share your screen. I think I have given the rights to everyone to share their screen. uh, Host control. Yeah, everyone can share their screen, turn on their video, you can chat, message. Yeah. uh, King, are you sharing? Anyone else interested to share and show their looping skills, how they can create patterns different? So Mohana, Pooja, Siddhi, Mehak, Vaibhav, Nitesh, anyone else? Okay, so I'll do it, don't worry. Right, so let's look at it. So whenever we try to create a few programs of pattern, 2 3 programs, right? So how we look at it, you know, I think looping is one of the important skills in programming, and you should know why. Because And I'll tell you one more important secret when you will get into a job or maybe something else. So you may be not going to use a lot of things that you are learning today, but uh, in overall programming, it is the most important thing to learn logics and ideas कि okay, how to execute it, because lot of students of me who have joined as a Java programmer, then they shifted into Python, then they shifted into Golang, right? So if you are not into a very big company, then there are chances in 2 to 3 years you will be changing to 2 to 3 languages. So languages are not that much important in a long term. In long term, the logics and ideas are more important. How you create logics of a program. Okay, if some client is giving you okay, we need this much or we need this output, you need to articulate how that program is going to be executed, how the data is going to flow, what will be the flow chart or algorithms and all those things, right? So you need to focus on that mainly, okay, how you are going to create this. And a lot of programmer use already used code, or after from last 1 year, chat gpt is already doing a lot for everyone right? So the most important thing to learn how to learn, right? Because nobody teaches you now 2 plus 2, but you know how to use it, right? How to use addition, subtraction and all those things. So these are the basic things. Again, loop is the basic thing. You can find in any languages, whether you go into php or python or any other languages, the concept of loop is the same. So if this kind of scenario will come in, what you need to do, class loop one. So if we look at it, it is like we need two loops, one for row and one for column, right? Okay, so you have created it. I thought you will show us directly in the screen ki, okay, how you are doing it. You can send it the code into chat box, no issues. So now I'll explain everyone how I think I do loops, right? And how to use different loops into different situations. So two loops, one for row, one for column, and in first row there is a one column, in second row there is a two column, in third row there is a three column, in fourth row there is a four column. So if I'll use this out, so what in Java you initially need public static void main. So and again, lot of people use string args. ARGS is user defined name. You can use it any name. So there was a guy who learning Java from 1 or 1 to 1. One day I have changed it and he was saying me कि sir, this is the error. Why? Because you have changed the wrong name over there. So in this scenario, class, this is user defined. Again, public static void main string. These are the important characters or strings, right? Literals that you can't change, but yeah, you can change the name from here, right? So we'll create two, I and j, or maybe we just create for loop directly over there. So int I is equal to 1, I till the time less than is equal to 5, I plus plus, because I need 5 rows and 5 columns. Int j, I j is equal to 1, j till the time. So in first row there is a one column, so uh, till the time column and row is equal, so inner column will always for the column, and the upper loop or the outer loop will always for the row, right? Because if you write, you first go into a row, then you start writing into column, right? So j is equal to j till the time less than is equal to I j plus plus. So if you want this pattern into only into star, you can use that only star also. So I can show you into 2 3 ways. Over there we don't print star, we use println, or maybe you can use print and slash n. There's a different ways of doing it. Copy, save. So if you are finding any error into this code, you can tell me right now. That will be great. So let's do this. Clear. So Java C loop 1 dot Java. So I less than I j less than j less than j plus plus j system dot out dot print system out dot println public static void main and string o. So there will be no error in this program. Java loop 1. So we got it into a star print. Now if we want, again, so this could be the same as star, double star, 3 star, then 4 star in fourth row, then there's a 5 star in 5 row. It is similar to that pattern, but it is a number. It is number that is number of row. So in first we are writing 1, in second we are writing second, in third we are writing 3. So in that scenario we just need to print I over here because it's the row count that we are doing. So compile it, then run it. So 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5. So you can write different things also with this, right? So uh, then you can use one, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. In this scenario we see कि okay, every time it starts with the column, so you can use over here j. So again this will be the same program, and thus concept is changed. 1 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. So yeah, this was the idea of a thing. So anyone has any hard कि okay, this is the pattern that I want to make but it is tough to make. So somebody wants to share some pattern, so it will be live also कि okay, we are creating a pattern directly. We are not saying कि okay, these are the basic patterns, everyone use it. So yeah, that's how loop works. And the breakup of every loop, uh, give me 1 second. So you can create a lot of patterns, and in every pattern you can find new things. 1010 into pyramid structure. You want triangle pyramid like 1101, like you know so like if you need five kind of parameters, so 1 2 3 4 5, then 1 2 3 4, and then there will be a 3, 1 2 3 0 1 0 1, sorry, 0 1 0 1 0, then maybe 1 2, there's a 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. So these kind of things you can do. Yeah, ठीक है. So if you look at these kind of structure, so you need how much loop? What do you think? How much loop you require to do it? So someone tell, if you are looking at these kind of structure, how you look at it? So one, two, one for row, one for column, and in column specifically it is divided into two part. One is spaces, and one is return part. Yeah, but we can do it with three also, because this is not into the right motion. So we are using 101010. So you can create these kind of triangle into three loops, and four is the maximum. Four is easy one. Three will be little bit tough, where you have to put if else also. How? So let's make it. So loop one, let's look at it. This is I to 5, I to 5. Then this will be like, so for third loop will be for the spaces. Spaces are like, okay, if there is a first line, so you need space of 5. So k will be starts from 5, k till the time is greater than is equal to I, k minus, and where you can write space like system dot out dot print, and you can write spaces over there. So now 5 spaces, then 4 spaces, then 3 spaces, then 2 spaces, there is a 1 spaces. Now after that, if we look at it, our what to say, the return code of 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, all those things. So in first line there is a 1, the second line there is a 3, the third line there is a 5. So every row it is increasing by 2, 1 3 5 7, the return part, right? So for that purpose what we can do, in first line it is 1, second line it is 2. mm, First line it is first, second line it is 3. So what we can do to write that 3 part? If it is 2, see there is a 5. So you can change this part also, or you can write one more if statement over here. So what you can do is, if j is greater than 1, uh, or I is greater than 1, in second row what we need, j will be 0. uh, but this will be stuck over there. If I is greater than 1, what we need to do, we need to create one more variable over here, int z is equal to 0, and the z will be like, okay, if I is greater than 1, so z will be I into 2. Hmm. So for first scenario it will be 0, in second scenario if it is greater than 1, so 2 to 4, or over there it will be 2 again, and we can share this z minus 1 plus z minus 1. So let's try it out if it will work. So otherwise we will do it with the 4, with the easy part. Mm, I hope it will work, but I don't think so it will work perfectly initially, because if the value of I will be 4, in fourth row there will be a space of 4, then there is an 1 2 sorry 1 3 5 7. So the I value is 4 and the 7. So 4 into 2 8, 8 minus 1 is 7, and I, that is 4. It will create a issue, basically it will not run perfectly over there. Let's So in second third line it will create a lot of issues, semicolon. So this will go there like this. So over here we will say ki if mm, j is j divided by 2 is equal to 0, and we should print over here some other variable, because int we don't need to print other variables, so we will print directly 1 or 0. That will be a 0, 1 or 0, else will be 0 over here. So in this scenario, first time it is not going to execute. uh, this will be printing 5 times in the first only. Let's do it with the 4, otherwise you will say ki okay sir is you know wasting our time. So if you will try to sort it out with that, it is possible to do it, you know and I'm not faking it ki okay ki you can't do it, you can do it if you give yourself a time of it. So this is like this. Remove it. Now this will look like a single triangle, right? A single triangle. We need a reverse triangle after that also. So you need the fourth loop, the similar loop with this. Uh, Copy the same thing, and you have to remove this println from there also. So you just need a println in the end of this is class, this is public static void main, and this is the inner loop, bigger loop. So over there, then you need maybe I j k z, set till the time is 1, the first half. The second time it will be lower than 1, so 101. First time less than I, then z plus plus. And if z is equal to less than 2 is equal to in first time it will not going to execute. In second time it is going to execute for 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. It will go like that. And you can use a flag also over here. Int flag is equal to 1, and we will start printing flag now. So over here we will print flag, and after printing flag we will do a flag minus minus. After, in else scenario, we will printing flag, we will be doing flag plus plus, right? So j is divided by 2 is equal to 0. J is less than is equal to 2, 1, 101 minus then 1. If j is divided by, what did you say? Floyd triangle pattern. I never named it, bro. For me, these are just patterns. Maybe a diamond pattern or maybe a triangle pattern. But yeah, we don't. I never named it. Like, maybe I never read it also, because we have learned into 2006 or 7. So there was no YouTube and no other source of naming them. So if first time mm, if j is equal to 0, flag. So let's try it out. Class interface enum record expected last. Okay, so we have did a basic mistake of number of this. So this is open, this is open, this is closed, this is open, this is closed, this is open, this is closed. One if is closed, if else if this loop is closed, this open, this closed, this open, this closed, then that closed. If else keyword that is closed, that is called for that. Take it done. So you will find tough to solve through that notepad. You know, right? So this is what we are trying to do, I think, or maybe something else. Is it right or is it wrong? Matlab, what we expected? Can somebody tell me we wanted this only or we wanted something else? No issues, yaar. Matlab, you can read it out. If it's name, right? Arre, there is no need to ask. I'll tell you something, है ना? Programming you can't, you know, crack interviews through, what to say. Uh, Everything remember. You can't remember everything. You can't. Programming is a vast field, but you can be logical. What you are trying to do, and people love people who grasp things fast. So a lot of students of mine who don't know a lot of programming, but they know how to explain things, how to solve a program. Okay, if you are got a program, you got a error. In interviews sometimes they give you okay, solve this program on paper or solve this program on computer. So that time there will be no internet access, no outside access that can help you out. So you have to keep calm, and you have to solve it logically. Okay, if you are finding a lot of yesterday I was one of student mine trying to create a they are creating an AI application for the BPOs and all those things, where caller will be a AI generated caller, right? So that code was around 1010 lines, right? So if you are getting a code of 1010 line where you have to solve it, it will be tough for you, right? So you have to give your time, you have to logics. Okay, from this flow where this will go. So yeah, so these are the done through four loops. Uh, let's let's try it. It can be done on three loops also. So yeah, I am leaving it. Otherwise, it will be waste of time. And don't worry about these things. कि, okay, how much time a program will take if you are learning and if you are doing something new, right? So there may be a program that you have done it already, and there are program that you know how to do it. But if you are doing something new, sometime it will take 1 hour also, 30 minutes also to do it. So don't worry about it. Keep investing your time over there where you can learn things, right? So yeah, this was the basic part of core Java. Yeah, hit and try. Well, that's how you do it. Otherwise, if you will be, nobody is perfect. I know a lot of programmer. So there are, so I started teaching from 2008 or 9. When I was into my BCA first, second year, I used to teach BCA first year into my college. So, and the people who are, created, good for themselves into programming industry, the people who are not, what to say, shy away to fail, they try new things and they lot of create lot of mess sometimes. So that's okay. It's not to, it's the process of learning programming and all those things. Yeah. Uh, so you all know core Java. So I don't want to go dig deep into core Java part. And how's your data structure and algorithm? Can you use linear search, binary search, or creation of linked list? What is the status of those things? That's good. So, uh, so there again, this is predefined methodology, predefined algorithms. You should give time to few things like, again, you know these programming. If any one of you don't know, no issues, you can again message me. I'll try to help you out. And if anyone is thinking कि okay sir is going too fast, you can tell me कि okay sir you are going too fast, because again, people who are smart, they can do, right, and people who are stuck somewhere, they can ask, right. So you all know how to take input from the user and if else statements. So you need, again, if you are initial days, try to write algorithms or flowcharts for your programs, so that you will be like doing what you really want to do through your programming. So data structure and algorithm. What is an algorithm? So algorithm is set of rules that you set for program. On the basis of those rules, you perform actions on input and you provide a certain output. There will be what is data structures. So array is the basic data structure that provides you all the features, and linked list second, and all other data structures are the logical data structures. So stacks you can create through array or linked list, queues you can create through array or linked list, set, maps, hash table, search trees. So there will be an AVL trees, there will be a binary trees. So these are the data structures, and algorithms is a sequence of steps executed by a computer that takes an input and transform it into a target output. So uh, if you are writing an algorithm, theoretical knowledge of DSA but not much, do practice, seriously do practice है ना, because theories again help you out to cross your degrees, right. You will be passed into your BTech, MCA, whatever you are doing, but yeah, practical will always help you out into a long term game. uh, so what is an algorithm? So algorithm is a sequence of step, right, and algorithms in these days are very much required. Why? Because every application is collecting data, and they are implementing a lot of filtration of those data. Like if you look at Google Map, Google Map is also your example of algorithm. So how Google Map write algorithm? So if you are from location to destination, how you navigate, right. So if I am the Google Map algorithm writer, what I'll say ki okay, the kilometers, how much kilometers left and right, and in every meters, turn them the right directions. So, and specifically on dynamically they are updating itself also. So if I'll say ki okay, I am going from point A to point B, right. So if I'm going from point A to point B, write a algorithm. First, if I know the exact route on the basis of data, so I can tell them ki okay, first uh, take left and go straight for 500 meters, uh, from roundabout, take second exit. That Google Map taught every Indian well, a roundabout and the first, second, third exit, right. Then you can tell them ki okay, you know go straight for 2 kilometers, right. Four, you can after that take a left or right, take right, take sharp right. So that's is an algorithm that, in your language or in maybe in English language right now, है ना? So in English languages you are writing the steps what to do, right? So that's an algorithm. The same that we used to ask through a pan guy or maybe a retail store कि okay, uh, what's the way, or maybe I am going over there. And algorithm is like, your thoughts, कि how clearly you can communicate to someone. So if someone asks me कि okay, I am 500 meter away from your home, how to reach your home? So I'll tell them कि okay, are you able to see a water tank? He says yes. I'll say okay, go ahead 10 meters or maybe 50 meters, then you will find a roundabout, take the right exit, right? After 10 meters you will find one left, then go home, then there is an first street will come, left it out, then second right turn will come, then take a second right, right? So that's how you create algorithms in your head. You are understanding okay how he wants to go, and how clearly you communicate your thoughts to the other guy. And same, why algorithm is important into programming. uh, we are not creating very small programs in programming where you alone can do everything. So you will need a team, you will need a lot of people to do things. So everyone can't do everything. Second, everyone will not do the same thing also. So as a maybe project manager, or maybe a team leader, or maybe a senior programmer also, you need to tell them ki okay, this is the part that you need to do. In that part we require these kind of functionalities, and in this part we need these kind of functionalities, and you have to distribute work in between, and you need to reintegrate also. Because if somebody created something, you have to reintegrate into the main application or main program, so that your small functionality will be there. So if you look at uh, this notepad, this notepad is not created by one guy, right? Somebody only created this, what to say, where is the font one, this, somebody created this font part only, and then it was integrated to this only, right? And somebody created some other buttons or maybe some other features, so they got integrated into a simple or a single application through different algorithms or different data structures also. So yeah, that is data structure algorithm. In searching, you will find two basic searching, that is linear search and binary search. Uh, in sorting, you will find five basic sorting algorithm. You can use them. Then there's a tree traversing, where you will find binary tree, AVL trees, and self-adjusting trees that create the big data. So this is again the definition of search algorithms. This is binary search and linear search. Linear search, just search one by one. So, how you search, right? That's a very basic logic. So, if you know, right? So, there is a one way to search, ki, okay, if I want to search a house number 40 into a colony, or into a colony where there is an numbers are written, one way that I can go and check in front of every house what is the number, right? So that is our linear search ki, okay, if there is 100 house in that colony, from 1 to 100, or maybe 100 to 1, also reverse into reverse mode also. So if I am searching 40, so I have to go in front of each house and check the number of that house. That is called a linear search. Second option, I know कि okay, houses are into sequential form, कि okay, there are then 10 lanes, right? 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, right? So I know कि okay, I have to go into the fourth lane, or maybe third or fourth lane, right? So dividing that problem into two parts, then in those two parts again breaking that into two parts, क्योंकि the all house number are into sequence from 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So in 30 to 40, 40 will be the last one. So I don't need to search first house, then second house. Then if I'm going into 31, 32, 33, so I can skip 4 to 5 houses directly and check directly onto 39 and 40th. So that's how binary search works. Okay, binary search works on to divide and conquer, divide the problems into two parts, and solve that problem directly. So that is binary search. No, do that practice. If you required it, we will provide you the same recorded class for hours, where you can learn these things. uh, and again, our live class is only paid, so when we created skills 101, the idea was there are two three kind of students. One, students who can afford. So there are students that we are teaching to Canada, and to Australia also. So those are the students that can pay a lot of money, right? So you know so $15, $20 is nothing for them, but for $20 in India, it becomes a big amount. It's like around 1800 or 2000 rupees. So it will be tough for different layer of students. Then there are students who don't want, can't afford, or maybe don't want to pay. So our all recorded lectures are available on YouTube with the same skills101.co.in, right? So whatever classes we take for free, we upload it into YouTube, so that people who are revisit it, or relearn it, they can access it freely. And we make sure कि okay, only live classes where you have to invest time continuously. So if there's a this class, or maybe after that one more class, so I have to sit over there continuously, right? And when it's recorded, maybe 100, 200, 500,000 people want to watch it, they can watch it, where I don't have to invest my time. That is completely free for all students, right? Only live classes we created in a paid manner, so that every student can learn through live classes कि, okay, what we are trying to do, or they can ask directly questions, because it's not like that कि, okay, if you are into a recorded class, or you have the same question after 2 hours, because questions come, thoughts come and go again, right? So that's how we work. Now it is like sorting algorithms are five basic sorting algorithm: bubble sort, selection sort, insertion sort, merge sort, and quick sort. And again, we will provide you the whole explanation and programming example also. Now, tomorrow we will try to do HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In JavaScript, what we are going to teach you, I'll show you something example. uh, where is it? So this is the basic programming that we initiate people into our programming. And after that, it is these days it is more about web development, web application, and app development, right? So you know if you will create a program for an maybe restaurant, right? This is in some demo program that our student created, where you can find the menus on the basis of all menu. Breakfast is there, lunch is there, dinner is there. In all, everything is there, right? And if you want to add something, buy now you can add the total order. Poha 20 rupees, buttermilk pancake is 7.99, right? You want to add some lunch, tuna fish and all those things of that they created. So this is uh, the example, the project of I think the Canadian University. What was the name of that university? I've forgotten the name. I'll share with you in the next class maybe. uh, so these are kind of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript example that they want you to create, so that you can easily integrate it into programming, or programming of web development. Now in web development, there are a lot of things that we'll try to explain you today, and we will initiate you into that also. So first, understand what is advanced Java. And any time period, if you will think it is going above your head, or it is already cross the time, right? Cross the time as a you are getting so much bored with it, and the energies are not there to learn, because you can't push it more than a time. So if you all are agree at a point ki, okay sir, done for the day, we will want to learn that tomorrow, you all can tell me कि, okay sir, we want to do this tomorrow. So yeah, we will go ahead with this now. So few more theory again, then we will explain you the few things. So importance of JEE. What is Java Enterprise Edition? JEE is Advanced Java, where we create servlet, JSP, and EJBs, or MVCs, Model View Controller, and all those things. So yeah, uh, the importance of JEE is, first is standardization. It provides you standard application across your total environment. Scalability. So initial days, if I wanted to create a Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Google Word, right, it cannot be scalable. I have to, physically save it and send it to everyone. Or if I am creating an application of calculator and all those things, so I need to, create it on, scale it to everyone else. It's not on internet, right? So uh, JEE provides is scalability okay, whatever application we are creating, you can access through web. You don't have to install it, you don't have to, track a record, or what is going on. You can access through your phone, you can access through your laptop or your PC, and you can access the same data. So if you are running a Gmail or running a some other your what to say, account, net banking of your some, bank account. So if you are accessing through some ATM, or maybe some application or some website, or bank guys are accessing through their desktop in the office, so all are getting the same data. It is not ki okay, at the same time if you withdraw 10,000 rupees from ATM and 10,000 rupees from the net banking, and you have only 10,000, so it will not going to allow you, right? So it will creating a scalability and component based development, security. Security, well, again, Java is one of the most secure languages and robust languages that provides these kind of things. uh, Importance, again, integration, enterprise level services, and community and ecosystem that has it. uh, Comparison between JEE and JSC, that is core Java and advanced Java, standard edition and enterprise edition. So standard edition is the core platform that provides basic tools and libraries for general purpose Java development, or focus to desktop application maximum. So you can create a desktop applications or small scale application, where JEE is used to create enterprise level or large scale applications, APIs, or distributed applications. Application scope, JSC has a fundamental of, like, networking, GUI development, where your enterprise edition support for web services, messaging, distributed computing, and all those things. Deployment, JSC, again, JSC is a small part of the JEE. So JEE is the bigger part of this, where, in JEE we also use core Java. It is not that we don't use it. So JEE is the bigger framework that includes core Java also, right? uh, Use of JEE to create e-commerce website, online marketplaces, retail websites, banking system, internet banking, core banking systems, uh, enterprise resource planning, HR services and all those things, right? And now the architecture, how it is different. uh, so there are three basic things, and you will learn these different frameworks also. So one is presentation layer. What is a presentation layer? Presentation layer is something like, uh, so yeah. So what we are able to see over here is a presentation layer, right? So again, this website was created by Sirish Programming World. She is our student, and she is, learning it from Canada. She is the Canadian student right now. Uh, so yeah, so this is the presentation layer, and the second layer is business logic layer, where we create classes, EJBs, functionalities, the backend part. And then third is integration layer, the integration of two things. Then data access layer, that is going to access to your JDBC, and other MySQL, any database you are using. And the infrastructure layer, that is the complete infrastructure into a single architecture. Again, you initially learn three part only: presentation layer, business logic layer, or your database layer, right? And these all are combined over there. uh, let's focus. Let's first, I'll show you some example of this, so that you will visualize what I'm talking about. So how many of you know, okay, API, I think API's full form is, what to say, application. I don't remember the name full form. So API is what? Give me 1 second. Let's Google it, na. API full form. So application programming interface. You create small tools. APIs are like, मतलब what is API? I'll explain you. API are small components that you create and that will integrate with the different applications. So like if as a manufacturer, or if you know Salesforce, or some other lead square or CRM software, uh, or maybe like mm, so a lot of banking application access your Aadhaar details, right? So you enter your Aadhaar detail, you get a OTP, right? So they don't create this by themselves. So Aadhaar, or maybe some, the major bigger company created something for themselves. So they use those APIs to integrate that into their part. Same. So if you integrate your payment gateways, right? So you say checkout option in many websites. So if you want payment gateway into your website or some application that you are creating, so you are not going to create payment gateway from the scratch. So you are using payment gateways like Razorpay or Cashfree or PayPal or some other also. So they are going to provide you API of their payment gateway. Then you integrate that API into your application, right? So that is like APIs, application programming interface. They are like uh, small components of applications that provide the full functionalities of that application. Uh, Clear, Puja? So you will going to learn APIs in future. How APIs are kind of class, you know. So like if I'm creating a class and I'm telling you create an object of that class and access my functionalities, right? So it is like that only. So I have coded APIs for myself. I have created APIs for my work where I have now I'm giving my API to 10 or maybe 100 or 1000 people. कि, okay, you can use it, but you have to pay me monthly rental or maybe a percentage of 1% or 2%, right? So APIs are those things that it is like again a component or an entity that someone have created and you are only using it, right? uh, so how many of you know web development, or you know how much knowledge you have really regarding to web development, how it works, or what are the things that you are using right now? Vaibhav, Mahek, Siddhi, Pooja, King. uh, at least you use website, right? And don't I'm not asking some big questions. It is like simple कि okay, how much web development you know not started, it is okay, that is good. uh, so there are two basic websites, right? Basic websites means one is static website and one is dynamic websites, right? So what is static website? Static website is only created through HTML and CSS. They are the basic website, right? So right now if you look at our website and a skills 101 website, it is mostly a static website. So I'll show you example. So we are started teaching online for last 1.5 year, and because I'm not comfortable, because you know it is so tough to talk to students without knowing their faces, right? So and you can't train a student long term if you don't know them and you don't know their realities of life also. So that is why we stayed away for a long time. After COVID also we stayed away from online teaching. Ki why to go over there? Because it is a way where we don't know the student and we are not able to provide them 100%, right? So maybe there are some students who don't know, you know who don't want to learn also, or there are students who are want to learn, but they are not able to, you know, put the time they require to invest over there. So yeah, so we started skills 101 around few time back. So this is the static website, uh, where you write this out and all those things. Okay, and what is static website? That communicates in a single way, means from server side we are sending all information to client side, and it is only providing me the information, right? So and also you can find on our website the recorded class also. So if you go to the core Java, you will find the whole link of Hindi and English also. So whatever we have taught till now, you can find these are the YouTube links, right? So you can find that over there also. uh, Now we will update data structure also, or advanced Java also over there. So the few things that we have already done, we have started putting it out over there. So this is a static website. Now can someone of you tell me how much time it will require to create this? Okay, these kind of static website requires how much time with ChatGPT also? Because when I'm teaching, or you are learning, there should be a no chat gpt rule. Why? So that you can learn the logic development, learn how to problem solving, right? But when you code and when you go into development, it is more about deadlines. Okay, if someone or my senior or client release time is the date, you have to do it on the time. It's not that easy ki, okay, I am learning or I am doing something some experiment. So you have to do it in a certain time limit, because money is involved, a lot of people's life is involved into things, right? So uh, how much time you need? Right now even this brk immerse also is a static website, so you can't upload properties over there right now. So you can find the few details of properties and all those things, right? But you can't upload it. So how much time to create this basic html website? There is basic information through html css. So how much time you need? Can somebody suggest na? At least throw some कि okay, need 2 days, need 5 days, need 10 days, need how much time you require? Because if you'll go over there, they'll ask you also कि okay, how much time you need to create things. Vaibhav, Mehak, Siddhi, Pooja, King. Okay, at least 2 days. Someone else wants to predict how much time we need it? So my question is, uh, so there are two kind of website, na? One is static website, one is dynamic. So first we will discuss static website. So static website is one-way communications, right? Where they only provide basic information. So like I'll show you. So this is a website that is with the 3 4 information क्योंकि how to do it, few more photos, few testimonies, right? So this is the one website. This is again one more website. These are the website that is created under our guidances, right? So this is one more website for BRK, where it is Chandigarh based developer, or the people who are selling properties, where there are categories, they are doing some event and productions also, you know, and uh, they are having their properties also. They can show their property. Contact us page is also there, and they can do few things. And this is our website. So skills 101 website, that is uh, purely created by our people, right? So we are not paying others peoples to create our website. That's mainly created by our students who are practicing it. कि, okay sir, we will do it for a practice. So there is a home where you can see uh, you know all the basic details. There are about, there are again a basic details, the similar basic details. There are courses. The courses, the all courses are not same right now. Like this is the same course that you are doing. So over there we have created finally a basic thing कि, okay, share the details. Right now in other courses it is more about a PDF thing. We are the students are working. Maybe in next time they will do it, right? So courses, then there is a recorded classes. In the recorded classes it's just a basic structure of recorded classes of like links and all those things. And there is an then contact us and all those things, right? So how much time you think will require to create these kind of website? So yes, how much time will require to create these kind of static websites? So Siddhi have told 2 days around. Uh, so anyone else want to guess? Right. So I'll tell you, na, this was around uh, mostly was 1 year back. You will require 2 to 3 days, and people who are so much fluent with HTML CSS, they don't require 2 to 3 days. And right now it can be created in hardly 2 hours to 5 hours maximum. You don't require more than 2 to 5 hours, right? So that's that much the language and the things are changed. Uh, you know. So yeah, yeah. With the help of anything, मतलब I'll say कि you don't. Yeah, Bootstrap is also available. You can use ChatGPT also while doing when you are coding also, है ना? I'm not saying in learning phase you use ChatGPT a lot, but yeah, when you are coding, you need to use it because you have to do it fast. You have to do it on time, right? So same the BRK image that we were discussing. Uh, we have created the same. They have asked the student. Basically, our student also do. We promote our student to do some live projects, even for free also, even if they got the chance to take 5 to 10,000 rupees from someone, right? So they can learn ki, okay, what really required to create something. uh, Give me 1 second, we are trying to run this program. So the BRK emails is shifting. Okay, glassfish server is started. So it will take some 10-15 seconds. So till that time you can ask anything else you want to ask. So then after 15-20 seconds, I'll show you what you know what you can create from advanced Java learning, or maybe initial days. Well, this is very basic advanced Java project that so J is Java Enterprise Edition. So enterprise means uh, a big corporate applications, right? A big, what to say, scalable. So JEE used for create dynamic websites, right? Static website is something that is not creating data. So JEE is help us to create dynamic websites like web applications like HDFC Bank net bank HDFC banks maybe net banking, ICICI banks net banking, right? And the Java you can use for anything. मतलब you can create websites, you can create web applications, you can create gaming applications, and you can create, what to say, mobile applications and into Android and iOS both using through Flutter, I think. Uh, so yeah, there are a lot of use case of Java. So these are the basic uses. Even I think Salesforce, they are also using it somewhere. So yeah, Java can be used in many frameworks. And what is the use of JEE? JEE is used in Java. mm, So JEE is part of Java. Java is, very big. What to say? Call it a framework or call it a language. Uh, Java can consist of JEE, JSC. Then there are Java FX is also there. There is a Spring Boot. There is an Hibernate. So slowly, gradually, you will be getting into the more refined version of it. So through core Java, you can create console applications or maybe GUI applications. With JEE, you can create web applications, websites. Mehak, is it clear? Or I am not able to understand it. Clear question. Okay, great. So sometime it may be possibility that you are asking something, but I am not able to understand it exactly, and I am giving some another answer. You can tell me कि okay, what is your question again? So there is no need to agree with me all the time. Is it? So we have run it. So yeah, this was the idea. This was a static website that is running on to .com or domain name. This is the basic one more, what to say, version or dynamic website that we are trying to create. Over there you find properties. What is the difference between these two? There was a static properties and it's a dynamic properties. And in dynamic properties, how you are going to use it? Where is the login pages? So, in those websites, you have created a lot of things. Where is admin login, admin home? So, if you try to use admin home, you will be reaching to admin login initially. Uh, so, there's an username and password. You get logged in, right? So in dashboard, this is how you create a dashboard. You can create a more beautiful dashboard, but yeah, this was the work of only one student. So yeah, it took time to create it, and you know we can't use that much beautification into a product. What is the reason to use JEE? To create web applications. You can't create web applications into JSC standard edition. So yeah, अब now in static cases है ना, so over there we have created a contact form, right? So if user want to send their details to us, as a server कि okay, as a client came in कि client asked us कि okay, whatever user is visiting our website, we want कि okay, user can send their email address or number and some message to us. What we can do, uh, we can type the, like, Java bootcamp is our name, and mail ID is java@abc.com, right? And some number 1010101010, and some message is hello world. If user click on send message, it is just refreshed, right? Maybe you can use some more beautification over here, but if you go to the admin homepage, okay, if admin is looking at view leads, that lead is here, right? So Java Bootcamp, Java ABC 1010 hello world. So if user is sending some lead management, so we can create a better lead management for the user. Second, we can upload property. So if you will go over there and you will see key in property, there is no property right now, right? Property listing is not there. So if we'll try to upload few properties over there, so in desktop we will go over there, uh, right? So we will write कि okay, this is the property. We can choose the type for rent, sell, and all those things. We can choose residential property. Budget is between 1 to 2 crore. Location is Chandigarh, Delhi. Anything you want to give. Uh, so you can give to Jaipur also, right? And a title is about the premium villa, and the content is, you can write anything. There's a 3 BHK house with a garden, with a car parking, everything you want to write it down and upload it. The image data has been uploaded successfully. Back to upload page, you can go back to over there. But now if you refresh it, it will not work right now. uh, the photo is there, but it is not reflecting the premium villa, and all the data is came. You have to restart the server, because that was the glitch that was created through us. uh, Restart the server. Understanding what we are doing with this. Okay, with advanced Java, what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a website for the user, for the backend admin dashboard, where they can see the leads, how many users updated their leads, or upload the property, delete the property, uh, you know in any circumstances. Glassfish is restarted. Clean and build. So now when it will be running, so if you refresh it, you will see the photo. It is now running this on server. The photo is here, the details are there. If you have uploaded 10, 15, 20, 100 of photos, it will be taking it, it will be uploading it, and on the basis of their budget, we can search the property also. Uh, right, if you are searching it on the go, it is searching itself. But if you are saying ki, okay, between 1 to 2 crore, no, I don't want residential, I want commercial, if you'll go, the property is not there. Okay, that is there right now. Because on the basis of 1 to 2 crore we are doing it. Budget more than 4 crores, or we have updated, or what? Yeah, property is not there. So maybe initially we are using this filter only. So these kind of application you can create, or if you will doing it commercial location, go, the property is there, it is completely gone. Budget commercial location. So if you will have to visit it again, home properties, so the property is there. Now you can use backend to delete that property also. As a user you can't delete it, and once it is uploaded over there, uh, with the admin home page, you can do our things. So we have created admin login, admin home. So admin login with username, password. Not everyone can go directly and delete the page. View properties, you can see all the properties. You can choose one property and delete property. And if you have deleted the property is there, but the moment you refresh it, it is not there, it is gone, it is deleted from the database, right? So that kind of websites and web application you can create. And you know you can create the backend of an application also. So for backend development, where the logic is putting up and logic is, what to say, connecting with the database, that you can do with the advanced Java or JEE. Uh, so is it clear, or I have confused you? Vaibhav, Mehak, Pooja, there is only three left. I think everyone was getting bored. So yeah, is it clear? The- Till now, whatever we discussed. Uh, are you still there, or is there any confusion? Pooja, understood what is JEE and Mehak? Okay. Uh, so Mm, I think we should stop over here. I think it's been around 2.5 hour. We have started around 11, and I think this is the limit of a human being to learn in a single day. So what we do, tomorrow 11 o'clock again we will connect, and we will continue our from tomorrow, right? So that the HTML part and the advanced Java part, क्योंकि how we are going to integrate advanced Java with the HTML, मतलब front end, the basic front end and basic back end, how to integrate together, and how to do few operations into the web development thing. So we will cover it tomorrow. So is it okay? Vaibhav, Mehak, Pooja, what do you say?